question for you. Would you give me your answer? I got a question for you. Would you give me your answer? It was love at first sight.
Hi, I'm Manasi Scott. I'm a singer, songwriter, composer, performer. I like to believe that I'm an interesting entertainer.
Got a question for you. Would you give me your answer? It was love at first sight.
I started singing on stage at the age of 8. It was the first singing competition that I won. And for some strange reason, because I married a Scot and I was called Manasi Scott, people just assumed I was this, I think they assumed that I was this very exciting singer from Australia. I did start with the fashion industry and I have them to thank for a lot of my work because I started singing and hosting shows for Hemant Trivedi, Neeta Lulla, a lot of the big designers. As a singer, I always thank Chetu. He's no more, God rest his soul, one of the best sound engineers this country ever produced. Now it's been about 11 years as a live performer, as a career, and all over the world. I mean, it's been a blessing. It's been 5-star and A grade all the way, and I'm grateful to God.
Got a question for you. Would you give me your answer? It was love at first sight.
The most exciting thing that happened to me in the late 90s was to finish my college and schooling education in Pune, because Pune at that time was the city where music had come alive in a very big way. From there, again, one of the pioneers of the live show circuit in India, Homi Batena, who's also no more, started a very nice restaurant come live performance arena called the Jazz Garden, and I was eating a meal there and he walked up to me and he, as a host would ask, what do you do? He asked me, and then he asked me, what would you really like to do if it wasn't academically oriented? And I said, I'd really love to sing. So he said, why don't you? So I managed to pick up a few musicians from here and there, and once people got to know that I was putting a band together, I got lucky enough to find a gentleman called Ajay Daptardar, who subsequently went to Berkeley to learn lead guitaring, a fantastic drummer called Shaik, and a keyboardist called Manoj. And the strange thing was that the one thing all four of us had in common was our love for rock music. Even though we came from very different households, very different backgrounds, we wanted to do Whitesnake, we wanted to do Led Zeppelin, we wanted to perform the original really good rock and roll songs, and thought about a name, and Ajay had this name in his Darkwater Fixation. We always thought that it was more of a hard rock or a gothic rock sort of a name, but it just, the day we used it for our first show, it stuck. And you could call it God's blessings or how versatile Pune is as a crowd. Darkwater Fixation performed rock songs, pop songs, Bollywood songs, Punjabi songs, whatever we were called for. So it was my first band. It was a rock band that did pop, jazz and Hindi too. So that was Darkwater Fixation. When I started singing at the age of 8, 9, we had the original cassette tapes that were available in those days in the market with Whitney Houston's album, Whitney. That was my vocal class every day. I would put on that tape without fail every single day and sing all the songs from start to finish. What I have grown to become as a singer has her influences. She had this very unique vibrato, and that's what I learned from the time that I was 8. I cried the day Whitney Houston passed away because she was my first teacher, my first influence. So I think every singer, performer, musician I've listened to has been an influence. Nazia Hassan songs, Shweta Shetty songs. I really look up to Sonu Nigam. I think he's one of the most fantastic Indian artists ever. And abroad, it's always been Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson as a performer and a singer. I like entertainers. I would watch a Madonna or a Lady Gaga any day. Yeah, I think every artist that I've listened to so far has been in some form or the other an influence. First playback song I sang was in college for a very, very famous music director in the Tamil film industry called Vidya Sagar, for a film called Snediye, and it was a song called Otteyadi Padele, when I had absolutely no training in singing or even for live shows for that matter. They heard me sing in a karaoke bar and then offered me this one song in the film, which for me opened a lot of doors. So many offers came in at that time. I met the incredible Kelvin Brown from Australia, who would actually come to find very Indian, classical alap sort of voices for his album that he was releasing in Australia. And I landed up for the audition, and here I was singing Whitney Houston when he wanted, somebody giving, major classical alaps from various gharanas that that you have in our country. And he was completely mesmerized. I was blessed. He cancelled the singer that he had, I think, in Australia to sing the English bits of the song, got us all together as a group called Darshanam at that time. And I released 2 very interesting albums in Australia called East Light and Temple Tree. So for me, it was always live shows. And once the live show started, I didn't really push myself into doing playback or much recording. Whatever offers came my way, I did it. You grow to make a lot of friends in the industry, and you get to meet a lot of nice people, and Sanjay Gupta is definitely one of them. When he was producing a film that Supan Verma was directing, and when I heard the plot at a party that we were at together, I said, listen, I have a song for you. I got Ishq Bector to produce the arrangement and the instrumentation, and we took the song. It was originally called Flaunt It, because it was a sort of an English-Hindi track, but when Sanjay heard the first lyric of the song, which was Ye Khatti Meethi Aankhein Ye Ada, they named it Khatti Meethi. He picked up one of my pictures, looked at that exact look in the picture and said that, I want you to do the item number as well, which was supposed to be on Vida Samidzai. So she did part of the song and I did part of the song. Apparently a poll had been going on for the hottest songs of 2009 at that time, and I think 2 million viewers voted in and made this the #2 song of 2009.
ये खट्टी मीठी आंखें ये अदा नमकीन शौखियां तीखी सी बत्तियां चाहोगे जितना पाओगे उतना काबू में रखना दिल.
Last year there was a Zoom telefilm called Love Story, which a beautiful song of mine released called Tere Pyar Mein, which the very talented Raghav Sachar played on as well. I got together a lot of my friends for this album. Mika sang a song on the album with me. Palash Sena sang a song on the album with me. Raghav's done another song. Ishq is, rapped on a song. So I have these great tracks that are ready, but I am hoping to have them released first in films. If I can't manage it, then we're all ready to shoot videos with some very interesting photographers who I'm going to make into video directors. I did some interesting cameos, did Ek Mein Aur Ek Tu, a Karan Johar film. It was great fun, great cast to work with. I am in the process of signing another film as in a second lead, but I'm doing this because this is a story that's close to my heart, and I'm also doing the music for the film because I wrote the music for the film. Nach Le is a video that still amazes me, because even today when I play it for people, they ask me, when did you shoot this? Last week? So it's still got that very fresh, live, very classy and international feel. Rao also did a very good job, and I do think that I've got to give Vishnu Rao credit for the feel and the texture of that film, because I think he shot it beautifully. His lighting was fantastic. We wanted to release an album. By God's grace, our shows were good enough to produce the album ourselves, so I didn't have to, take orders from anybody. That time, BMG Crescendo was doing very well, and Suresh Thomas had come in and helped, and I just had the hook of the song Nach Le, that was mine. And we were introduced to this very, very good Hindi music composer, arranger and producer called Jatin Sharma. They saw the video, it did very well in the United States, and got nominated for many of these Bollywood music awards and everything else. And I was called straight up for a 17-city world tour. Every show of Adnan Sami opened with Nach Le and with me performing the song, so it was a really big high, and it was great fun. Some years ago, when Artist Aloud first started, I was kind of in the middle stages of getting the kind of sound that I wanted for the Hindi album I wanted to release. It's the first time that I've composed the music myself, and there were songs getting into movies, and I had Farmana, which for me is the working title of the entire album that I want to release. पल दो पल का फसाना, ये मौसम ये ज़माना, दिल की धुन पे सजाए, अब मिलकर हम तराना.
मंजिलें चुराना फरमाना अरमान जो भी कह रहे हैं फरमाना जज्बात में हम बह रहे हैं. So Farmana got ready with Sean and Cassie, and then Darshan Kansara doing the first arrangement, and then Ashish Manchanda working on it later. I've experimented with all these songs in a live scenario more than I have in terms of a video on television. There's a whole, new sound, a new generation of the song, a nicely new mixed and mastered version that's out now. So I hope we can kind of put that up on Artists Allowed soon. So performing at the Venetian in Vegas in 2009 was one of the performances in my career that I hold very close to my heart. I wanted to create something that was extraordinary, and A.R. Rahman was doing the rounds abroad. I had to kind of cater to a very, very international audience. So I had to literally do a whole mashup of Hindi, English, Punjabi, and all the forms that I could in a 30-minute performance, and they'd come to see me perform. As an artist, and as a creative director, it was one of my more challenging but one of my most successful shows, because we were called on for 3 more encores, and singing a cover of All That Jazz to doing a Rahman tribute to singing all my originals. It was a fantastic show. It's a great show. I hope someday I can actually have my own show like Celine Dion in Vegas. I think when we write an English song together, it turns out much better at first go. But having said that, a lot of different musicians have performed Last Goodbye. This was a song that I wrote originally for Il Terrazzo, which was a live performance venue. And now, Gino Banks, Sheldon De Silva, Jarvis, Shannon, they've put their own unique touch on it, and it's a great song. We're in the process of recording and releasing. This is my last goodbye. Medicine is a song that literally came up in a matter of seconds. I had a friend who started playing this little, riff on a guitar. I wrote the song. It turned out to be as good as it was. And now, though initially it was just an acoustic guitar and a vocal song, now an entire band is performing it. I mean, there are many songs, there are so many artists, there are so many songs, there's so much talent. Like you guys, and like Artists Allowed, and like Hungama, we need television channels to support independent musicians. And once that happens, you'd be amazed at the amount of talent that's out there. So I just hope we can all release all our music and all our songs. You're my medicine, my medicine, and you don't leave a bitter taste in me. Artists Allowed, I think, was a great concept that they started a few years ago, especially for independent musicians, and just a place where people can just, in an Indian scenario, get onto a website, launch music, upload music. People across the world reach out to an Indian independent artist. I think it's a fantastic platform. Even when it started a couple of years ago, I think I was one of the first few people that signed on with them, which is why I had to rush and get these original Hindi songs ready in a matter of days to give to them to upload. They've really done a lot for the independent musician. Even with Rockstock, even with the website, I think they've tried in their own way to take the artist and to create a scenario around what that artist does. I've seen a lot of artists come up and perform, do music that's close to their heart, do original music. So as a concept, Artist Allowed is fantastic. I still think the publishing business and the internet promotion business for an artist in this country has a long way to go.
Hi, I'm John Kern and I play the guitars.
John hasn't mentioned it, but John also happens to be a part of this very, very cult metal band called Brahma.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Sanjay Gupta and I play the drums and percussions.
Come from a Indian classical musical background. I used to play the Santoor Indian classical, been touring abroad. But the passion for drums and percussion was much more. So then I took a conscious decision of pursuing one field itself.
Hi, my name is Nirmaka and I sing for the band. So music for me started during my school days. I used to be part of my school choir. I think that's when the whole interest began. And then during my college days also I used to perform with a lot of retro bands and also sing at Delhi nightclubs. So I had grown up in Delhi. I wanted to move to Bombay also because I had heard so many great things about the city and because of, the avenues that will be here in Bombay. So that's how the move happened. So back in Delhi, me and Andrew used to perform as a duo. He would play the keyboards or piano and I would sing. And that's how it all began.
Hi, I'm Andrew, I play the keyboard.
I got this offer to join a band called Bombay Vikings. So it was a good switch over from Delhi to Bombay with an excuse of joining an artist. When we moved to Bombay, I was lucky enough to meet John, meet Sanjay on drums, and meet Chris. So we are like a very happy kind of a band.
Hi, I'm Chris Victor. I play bass. The one thing that really got me into this band was the kind of music that they do. Initially, Andrew was the one who actually approached me, coming from the same hometown. So the connect was there, and that's the most important thing. Ever since then, we were saying.
Chris is the live wire of the band. Chris is the guy who gets the party started. So when I had moved to Bombay, and before we started this band, we had started performing at smaller places, and because we were thinking of putting together this big band, we were also a little clueless as to how to go about it. So we approached a few venues also, saying that this is the music we have, we'd like to, perform here. So we were, the initial few days were the days of the struggle. There were times when we were told by, the organizers, the programming heads, who are you? How many people know you on Facebook? What kind of music do you play? And in Bombay, we've noticed that people are genre Nazis. That's a term that I've learned here. So there is a fixation with one particular genre. And the dilemma that we as a band have faced is that, all these people, they're seasoned musicians. And I'm so happy to have them play with me. And they're versatile artists. They've played with the biggest of bands, at the biggest of stages, and a variety of music. So we want to imbibe all that, we don't want to be so stuck up when it comes to the kind of music we play. So as a band, we believe that we must make music which is positive, which is peppy, because we realize that, everyone's stressed, and when you come to watch a performance, you want to feel happy. Of course, we intersperse with, a lot of introspective, a lot of contemplative songs, but as a whole, we believe that we must make music that makes people feel good about themselves. You feel bright, you come out feeling happy. So happiness is one thing which is, on the top of our mind. we got to make music which is happy, because that's what we believe in.
Someone taught me how to dance last night. What a looker he was. And someone taught me how to do it right. What a cooker.
So my mother tongue is Hindi, and again, because you get educated in a different language, you know, the language of instruction has been English. A lot of us are trained to think in English. So English comes naturally to us when we think, and even when
What
we
about
speak.
Punjabi? You don't speak Punjabi?
I'm not a Punjabi. I have a very misleading surname. But Nirmika sings, no? That's why.
Okay.
And once my show is over, my surname changes to Nirmika Sang. Got it?
Sang?
Yeah, Nirmika Sang.
Oh,
S-A-N-G.
okay. I heard Nirmika sang.
It's a very dynamic name.
Nirmika sang.
The first bilingual song that I wrote is called Mujhko Fikar Kya. It's a peppy song. It's also inspired by my niece, you know, who is 3. She was learning to cycle, and she was learning it on her own. She was on a tricycle, and every time she'd fall, she'd come back on the cycle and keep doing it. I was like, dude, you know, that's something that we must learn as adults, you know, never to give up. So that's how the song was built. It's called Mujhko Fikar Kya. आगे पीछे ऊपर नीचे चलते जाना होठों पे ये धुन गुनगुनाना
बता रहे ये ज़माना मुझको फिकर क्या. Keep me going day and night and keep me going up and down. Keep me going round and round and keep me going strong. La 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 la.
So this song basically was composed in Delhi, and when we moved to Bombay, we recorded the song. Besides Mujhko Fikar Kya, I also had written a song called Thoughts of You. We recorded that as well. And another song called Delhi, which was written on a teary-eyed moment at midnight because I was missing Delhi so much. I came to Bombay, I was missing my mommy and the food and the atmosphere. So I wrote this song called Delhi.
हंस खस के स्कूल में पढ़ी थी ये लड़की, IIT के पार्क में खेली थी ये लड़की, हर महीने मम्मी के साथ सरोजनी नगर के शहर में सुकून भी पाई थी ये लड़की. दिल्ली दूर हो तुम, मेरा संसार हो तुम, चाहे जहाँ रहूं मेरा घर बार हो तुम.
So these 3 songs were ready, and I was wondering what, you know, should I do with them? You know, we have them, should we work on an album? And that's when we got in touch with Artist Aloud. They liked the music, and the songs went online. And yeah, that's been our journey pretty much till now.
I've lost the count, I've lost the number of the many years since I surrendered my consciousness to this creaminess. Thoughts of you keep ruling my mind.
So we also have this song in a dialect from UP. The song is called Lulu, and it's basically a song that I grew up listening to from my elderly aunts. So they would sing this song, and at weddings and at, you know, other social functions. And because it was in bridge, I could understand most of it, but I could not make out what exactly was the meaning of the song. And it's a very, very hilarious song. And when my aunt would sing it, she would sing it with that, you know, with that knack, with that beautiful expression. And I realized that the tune is so haunting, and I wanted to do something about this song. So when I came to Bombay, me and Andrew once were jamming, and we decided that, you know, why not take this tune and just revamp it all together. So the song is called Hi Mere Lulu, Tohe Bare Baras Na Bhulu.
What is this Lulu? ये लुलु लुलु क्या है?
Hi, mere Lulu, tohe bare baras nahi bhulu.
last gig we had was at Blue Frog, and we've realized, that there's so much more that we can explore. So in this gig, we also went multilingual. Besides playing our English songs, we also incorporated a few covers in Konkani. So the songs that we played were these classic rock and roll numbers from the 70s.
When I heard the tracks and he said it's going to be Goan, I said, "Arey Goan, who's going to hear Goan tracks?" And further to that, there's going to be film tracks. I was little spooked by that. I said, "Arey kya haal kya janab ka?" Those kind. I said, "This is 60s song and this thing. What are you going to do?" No, we're going to turn it around and we're going to do it. And I was like, "What?" They said, "We're going to change the arrangement." And when it was changed, and to that, I put in this element of it's a typical Latin groove. It's chin chin choo.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
It's chin chin choo.
Yeah.
It's a slow rumba. And I was like, geek, I'm doing a rumba. I've never thought about doing it, and that also chin chin choo. So it was a wild experience for me. Of all things, playing at Blue Frog, playing Mera Naam Hai Chin Chin Choo, and doing it in a totally different manner.
And now I'm so happy that now when I look back, the same people who were a little skeptical about the way, we went about things are now so glad to, they want us to play at the venues. They are happy to have us play for an audience. So that's, it just reinforces that faith in you, that whatever you thought was right, it is right. So we all know that the independent music industry kind of went through a huge slump in the past, 10 years. But what we've seen of late is that the way we consume music is different. We're listening to, music on sites such as Artist Allowed, because that's where, the whole avenue, the whole space is building. Because not only do they help in people getting access to your music, they kind of give you a space as an artist to reach out to more and more people, because people can download your music. If they don't want to download it, they could just preview it. And as an artist, that's all that you want.
Exactly. Awareness. Creating awareness.
Absolutely. Since we already have 3 songs online, we're thinking of compiling an album and hopefully releasing it by the end of the year. So we're thinking of having about 8 songs in an album. So besides these 3 songs, we have Love is a Balloon. It's a very funny title, I know. So that's another bilingual song. It's a reggae track. There's another song called Shor Macha, which is a Hindi song. It has a certain rusticness to it. So the coming album should have a lot of variety. We are thinking of having, sticking to our bilingual songs. A few Hindi songs also will find a mention. Yeah, there's a song called Not Me, which is also one of the first songs that I wrote.
If you hear the song Not Me, if you don't like it, ask her, she'll say it's not me.
It's not me exactly, I can just dismiss it, I can just stay away. So that's the whole song all about, it's called Not Me. And these are the tracks we have, and hopefully you should be listening to our entire album very, very soon. And hopefully on Artist Allowed.
My love is a balloon, the sky